Hi guys, it's Jason here from Atlanta Motorcycle Works. Shooting a video on one of our projects that we've completed recently. This is our Honda CB360 Brat. Customer approached us and asked us to build him a bike for his nephew, which is a real lucky nephew, I would say. So the nephew hasn't seen the bike yet, so it's going to be a surprise. But he brought us the bike. It was pretty stock. It had some custom stuff on it, but nothing really anything worth working with, so we got rid of all of that and started from fresh. The customer pretty much gave us free rein to build a bike for him. We obviously knew that he wanted it to look like a Brat more than a flat tracker or a scrambler or a cafe racer, so we knew pretty much what the design of the bike must be like, and then the rest we could pretty much do what we wanted to do. So probably a favorite thing for me on this bike is the candy red tank. Always a sucker for that. And then the machine gun military looking exhausts. They came out really well. Super excited about how they came out. So guys, I'm just going to run you through the bike a little bit, show you what we did, maybe give you guys some ideas at home, show you some of the designs that we did on the bike, where we hit a couple of things, what we chopped, what we changed. So first of all, I'm going to start off with the most obvious, probably to some would be the gas tank. Is the stock CB360 gas tank, which we cut away the gas cap and pretty much had to work on the whole top of the gas tank to get it nice and flat, to weld in excuse me, our aluminum gas cap, which is a press. I can just get it, there we go, presses up, you can turn it to get it off and close it again. So that gives the bike a nice low profile and gives it a more racier look, I think. The next thing you guys will obviously notice is the exhausts, and those aren't exactly a direct pull-off of a CL350 and just bolt up onto a CB360. The frames are different on the motorcycles, so we had to do some slight tweaking. Pretty much we only used the bends. The rest of the straight pipe and all the way back was custom work that we had to do to get it to fit. We obviously took into consideration with the rear sets and the exhaust to give you enough breathing room so you wouldn't get burnt by the exhaust, which works out pretty well. I drive this bike in shorts and have no problems. The bike was a full teardown, except for the engine wasn't completely all the way torn down, as it was already a good strong engine. As we did a compression test on it, we're happy with the compression, and we obviously ran it before we did any work on it and rode the bike in its original condition to make sure that we're happy with the gearbox. Engine work that was done was valve adjustment, new points and condensers, the timing, you know, just general maintenance on the engine. And then again, everything was pulled apart for spraying of the engine and polishing. We fitted the VM30 Mikuni carburetors on the bike. They turned out very well. They were sold and advertised as a bolt-on, and pretty much the bike will run great, which is close to accurate, but it still needed final jetting and tunement to get it absolutely sweet. I guess every bike's different and everyone has their own characteristics that you got to deal with to get running right. We went with the two-tone color scheme on this bike, with the black and silver on the engine, with some polished covers. A lot of fabrication went into the rear of the bike too, to get the hoop on, get that all flush looking, and cut away any extra tabs and get it as clean as possible. You can see over here that we cut the bracket off and for the brake light and put it in the inside of the frame. to keep that clean look. We also run a lot of the wiring for the tail light, the brake light switch through the frame itself, just to give it as clean a look as we can. We don't want anything there that doesn't look pretty. We want to hide all of that stuff. A lot of the original nuts and bolts were used, especially like the swing arm bolts and axles, so that all had to be replated. New bolts were used too, and we used the stainless steel Allen bolt kit on the engine. As you can see, all the pretty stainless steel bolts all around there, all matching. Up here we got the nice billet aluminum triple tree and clip-ons, very good quality. And then we got the single mount little scoop headlight, really like that a lot. Got some nice detail in the grooves of the casing. One of my favorite parts obviously are the exhausts, which I've mentioned. Again guys, we focus a lot on making the bike look as pretty as we can, or as good looking as we can, more muscular term, but we don't ignore the functionality of the bike. When I build a bike for a customer, my most important thing I do is making sure that the safety of the bike is there, and so we put in new wheel bearings, neck bearings, new tubes and rim tape, cables, you name it, as much as chain, sprockets, as much as we can on this bike, coils, new regulator rectifier, as much as we can to make sure that when the customer is riding the bike on the road that he feels safe and reliability to go for a run and come back with no issues. So I'm going to try and start the bike for you guys. Should start up no problem. Still a little colder, but I don't think it'll be too problem. I can feel the humidity starting to pick up here in Atlanta now. So I'm going to switch the petcock on. You'll see here we don't have any blinkers on the bike, but we do have switch ignition on. We do have a switch for the high and low beam and off, low beam, high beam. The bike doesn't have any blinkers on it, just a headlight, running light and brake light, and this is our starter button, so let's give it a crack. Thank you again for subscribing to our channel and watching our updated posts. You can also follow us on the other platforms, Facebook, Instagram. Post a lot of stuff on Instagram with pictures that are coming through the bikes through the bike shop for servicing and repair. We also do a lot of, you know, smaller work. It's not always just the glory building stuff, which we'd love to do more of course, but we also do the nitty-gritty things. So if you're in the area, come check us out or give us a call and we'll see where we can help you out if you got problems with your vintage Japanese motorcycles. Well, thanks again guys, have a great day.